What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DJ the Dead here, back again with another banger. I'm currently in the he did a rugged man thing. Sorry, I'm getting off track. I just finished making the reaction to Nunshall Pass, and yeah, subscribe to MrLboyd and subscribe to Rhyme Series Entertainment. Listen to Brother Ali. And let's go on to the video. He's helping me with this because I'm not smart enough to decipher everything in every song ever.
This is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the song is Uncle Sam Goddamn by the artist Brother Ali. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this
Brother
content,
got a
the more
lot
that I know
of
that
stuff. Wait,
dang. The name of the song is Uncle Sam Goddamn by the artist Brother Ali. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay?
Facts.
Let's jump into this immediately. I've never encountered him before, so this will be the first experience with him. Yes, let's go ahead and jump into this, all right?
Sick drummer
The name of this
bass.
song is Uncle Sam.
That's bass. Yeah.
It's a show tune, but the show ain't been written for it yet. We gonna see if
Wait a
Tony
second.
Jerome and the
It had
band
to do the show.
I think Nina Simone had a song like Alabama or Mississippi Goddamn or something like that. And he's saying that this is not a show tune. So he's not mimicking her song, but okay, hold on. Something like that, dude. Let's get it.
we gonna see if Tony Jerome and the band can make it work out for me.
I think this is who I think it is.
All right.
I like it so far, man. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Welcome to the United Snakes, land of the thief, home of the slave. Grand Imperial Guard where the dollar is sacred and proud. Let's do the drill. Come on now.
Oh. Okay, it's one of these. Yes, I'll put my
I think he's part of his
listening
band.
ears on. Oh my.
Grand Imperial Guard where the dollar is sacred and proud. Let's do the drill. Come on now.
Let's get
Smoke and mirrors, stripes and stars. Stoning for the cross in the name of God.
Hold on. Smoke and mirror, stripes and stars.
Illusions and American propaganda.
Let's say lies and deception, stripes and stars is America. Hold on.
Smoke and mirrors, stripes and stars. Stoning for the cross in the name of God.
Stolen for the cross in the name of God.
This is referring to colonization in the 1700s, I believe. I'll be right back.
Saying that America was stolen for the cross in the name of God. Maybe referencing Europeans coming to America, modern day contemporary America, the New World, right? And killing everyone, stealing their land because they were savages and they had no religion.
They did have religion.
Okay.
Smoke and mirrors, stripes and stars. Stoning for the cross in the
Hey, Ma.
name of God. Bloodshed.
You left the rest of this tea out here.
Written to the pages of the law, good law. The cold continent latchkey child ran away one day and started.
I might as well just have the rest of it. There's only like
Cold
half a cup.
continent latchkey child ran away one day and started acting foul.
So I should just have it?
Probably Antarctica, but that doesn't make any sense in this context. So
What?
another cold continent potentially could be
Okay.
the North. Let's say Europe,
about that.
right? So Europe's latchkey child. A latchkey
Yes.
child is like a kid who the parents are like always working, right? And so they have the key. So when they get out of like school, they go home and they open the door themselves and they hang out until their parents get home. That's a latchkey child. So Europe's latchkey child, which would be America,
States.
I'm guessing, right? Ran away one day and started acting foul.
American Revolution, the Declaration of Independence, the Declaratory Acts, the Intolerable Acts. Yep. Independence, yay.
Ooh, this is almost poetic, sir. Let's get it.
Continent latchkey child ran away one day and started acting foul. King of where the wild
Don't wonder why I
King of where the
put
wild
cat
things are.
on the whiteboard.
that was a book about a kid who ran away. So he's tying back the latchkey child that ran away one day and started acting foul. Then he says, "Daddy's proud." Daddy mainly referring to, I guess. No, it can't be. Why would Europe be daddy in this context?
I'm sorry, what? Pause. That sounds weird.
Could be potentially that daddy could be Europe in this exact context.
Let's
because, well, why would daddy be proud that you ran away? If that makes any sense. I don't know. It's a little confusing word.
I'm pretty sure it's the founding fathers who are proud that their kin led with staying away from Europe.
For me.
One day and started acting foul. King of where the wild things are.
Where the wild things are. Pretty sure that refers to the continent of Africa.
Daddy's proud 'cause the Roman Empire done passed it down.
I'm pretty sure it's referring to the taking of people from the Africas to the United States in the name of slavery, enslavement. The thing with that is, yep. It's a little confusing. The reason I love Brother Ali so much is because he's almost as deep as Aesop Rock in a sense, but he's a lot more plainly understandable. So it's like the book Common Sense by Thomas Paine. It was simple enough for everyone at the time to understand, even though most people at the time were illiterate. But it was easy enough to read for everyone, and everyone ended up agreeing with it, or at least a 2/3 majority, I believe, agreed with it. Maybe wrong.
Oh, he's referring to okay. Yeah, like imperialism. Like he's saying the colonial imperialists are proud, basically. The ones who went and took over nations and shit like that. Daddy, that is who Daddy is, basically. Let's get it.
Where the wild things are, Daddy's proud 'cause the Roman Empire done passed it down. Imported and tortured the workforce and never.
Yep. I'm sorry for some images that may appear. Yes. We were terribly affecting the working community that we brought.
Healed the wounds or shook the curse off. Now the grown-up Goliath nation holding open auditions for the part of David.
David. That would refer to the guy in in Jewish belief. Yeah. I am. That's a great thumbnail face. I am sort of ethnically Jewish, but I do not know about the religion itself. So.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna try not to stop this too much, bro, because listen, we'll end up making this like at least an hour and a half, bro. He's saying that America is the Goliath nation holding open auditions for the part of David.
Oh, he said the word Goliath after saying David. So that might be a double entendre for a David versus Goliath fight.
Yeah, as in David and the Goliath. As in...
Yes.
They're just basically doing as much shit as they possibly can to piss people off until one day a David appears and shuts this shit down.
On these clowns.
Okay.
Then holding open auditions for the part of David. Can you feel? Nothing can save you. You question the rain. You get rushed in and chained up. Fish raised, but I must be insane, cause I can't figure single damn way to change. But welcome to the United States.
Oh, I like this.
Home of the slave.
I like this dude.
Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred and power is God. Welcome to the United States, land of the thief,
a extremely good course. Also, he had to alter the sound a bit so he did not get copyright stricken. I am pausing a lot, not just because I want to input, which I do, but also so I do not get copyright stricken as well, because he might just have good luck. The luck of the Irish, I believe, seeing as he has the name Boyd, and I'm pretty sure he elaborated that on one of his videos. The Scottish and Irish were brutal with their unpaid workers and slaves. So they did unspeakable things to them, and boom, inbreeding, and yeah.
The Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred. All must bow to the fat and lazy. The will obey me, and why do they hate me? Who me? Only 2 generations away from the world's most despicable slavery trade.
Yep. Basically, and trust me when I say, there are people still alive that can remember being like children, kind of like in that type of thing,
Yep.
potentially, or
There are people who have been alive in the 1800s that are still alive today. There's around 6 people in the entire world who were alive in the 1800s and today. Nope, never mind. 1 person. Emma Morano. Oh, never mind. She's dead too. I guess there are no longer people who were alive at that specific time, but yes, people's parents were affected by it.
their parents.
I mean,
were
I'm so dumb. That's not what I meant. I meant that we're directly, actually enslaved.
slaves, right? Because like people are like, no, there are no people that have any ties to it, bro. You're lying, bro. I'll give you the address to my great grandmother, bro. If you want to have this conversation, I don't want to have that conversation with her. I don't personally, right? Let's get it.
Bad memories.
Only 2 generations away from the world's most despicable slavery trade. Pioneered so many ways to degrade a human being that it can't be changed to this day.
Nope.
Legacy so ingrained.
Like you understand that like how savage and brutal America was. Like there's so many like there's so much nonsense around the concept of it. They're like, oh, but black people sold black people into slavery.
Because they had to for the sake of their country and their people. Doesn't make it right. It makes it so that it was either everyone's going by force, or hey, I'm really sorry about this, but for the sake of the rest of us, we need to ship you out. It was a simple thing of 1,000 people's life versus 10 million people's lives. And that happened in each place. A lot of people did fight back and died. That's why they ended up having to keep selling, because they realized that they could not keep back. Although that is not true in all places. Some places did somehow succeed because of superior stratagem and willpower, but that was very rare.
What does this have to do with anything? I'm confused about the context, because to my knowledge, the definition of what slave was in West Africa was massively different than chattel slavery done in the Americas. So
Yes, and that too. Slavery was done for thousands of years, but or that has been done for tens of thousands, most likely. Um, Perhaps, but most of the time it was not on the basis of the color of your skin or your race. Many times it was, but most of the time, keyword most of the time, it was just a basis of, hey, I need free labor, or hey, your people lost to us in a war, or hey, I need a way to figure out who I can and who I cannot enslave. And yeah, that did not hold true forever, though.
If you want to compare apples and oranges, we can, right? But
Yeah,
and then the next thing
completely
is,
different.
the first person to own a slave was a black man. No, that was actually proven false multiple times. Multiple times, but they still want to continue this continuation of nonsense.
If you want to hear about a story of really, really old stuff, the kind of the turning point to this racism, which led to mainstream slavery, was Gomez Zurara in the his book, basically saying, yeah, we enslaved Ghana. Or Guinea, I think. No, yeah, it was Guinea, not Ghana. My bad.
For some reason. Because I think the first slave came in the Americas. I think it came in Florida. I think it was Florida, right? And it was definitely not.
Huh. Oh, yeah, wait. I was very confused for a second. I was about to be like, no, actually, it arrived in Jamestown along with 13 others on an expedition of 60 people. But then I realized, oh yeah, there's more to just America than the United States. Yeah, there's things predating the 1800s and late 1700s.
Not the guy who they're referring to. That guy did own slaves. I think he purchased his family or something like that. So context is everything, I think, right? Either way, dudes.
Doesn't matter who did what first.
This is crazy, bro. This is all crazy,
matters
bro.
what ended up happening, and the means to the end. So the ends only justify the means if the means justify the ends. So what that basically means is if you gamble all your money on something and win big, the means do not justify the end in the way that it was still a bad thing to do. Just because you ended up getting lucky or whatever does not mean that it was the best decision. In the case that there is, someone says, you need 100 million, 10 mil by the end of the week or else you're all gonna die, and then you bet basically your life on it, and you win big and get over 10 mil, and win. The means justify the end, only because the end justified the means in the way that it does not matter what the ending result is. There was most likely no other way to do it. So, it's a very precarious thing. Our idea of human morality is quite flawed in the way that is built on a system of things that were built in a time completely outdating us, meaning that their ideas were much based off much different things than us now.
Way that we think we no longer need change. to be slaves.
Exactly.
Lord, it's a shameful
Yep.
display. The overseers even got raped along the way.
Yep.
Cause the children can't escape from the pain and they
Yeah, like that's, for example, bro, the overseers, right? Like the majority of the overseers were like
I see a symbol there.
like Scottish and British, not British, Scottish and Irish,
I
right? Like
don't
the
think
majority
YouTube
of the slave
likes that
overseers
one very
were
much.
like specifically
So,
from this region
just not
because they were
look at
considered
it.
less than everyone else, also, right? And so you have these people who were like legitimately indentured servants, right? They were not slaves. So this is where people confuse things. They're like, the Irish were slaves. Well, they weren't. They were indentured servants. They were allowed to marry and read books. Let's not compare the two. They weren't getting whipped
Yeah,
till
apples
the
and
flesh
oranges.
came off their back. All right. So basically, right. And so the slave overseers
thing-
were generally super raping the female slaves, right?
Something I would like to quickly say is, yes, they were treated completely differently, but most indentured servants did not survive to the end of their terms, but they were treated much more like human beings than being just straight up enslaved. So it is kind of comparing apples and oranges, but there is a speck of apple on the orange that shows that they're somewhat similar in the way that it was still labor that a lot of the time they were forced to go into, even if they quote unquote consented to it, just because they needed to get to the new world for a new chance at life for their future. And yeah, so they'd go make contracts like 4 to 6 years, sometimes longer, depending on how expensive the trip to the Americas would be without it. And yeah, so it's yeah.
Type of artist. I think he's the type of artist that you will literally have to dedicate your.
Wrong video.
Right,
There
they
you
were
go.
super raping
geez.
them to the point where, if you really want to be really like odd and awkward with this conversation, bro, why are there so many? Honestly, if you DNA test like the majority of
Turns
like
out
modern day
I'm
contemporary Black
100%.
Americans, you're gonna find a couple of like specific like DNA markers, right? And it's crazy almost, right? Because like now you have all of these like Black Irish people, right, out of nowhere in America, right, like legitimately, like celebrating St. Patrick's Day because why? Because they have Irish
St.
blood running through their
Patrick's
veins.
Day today. What
They
a
have Scottish blood
coincidence!
running through their veins. Like they
Top of the morning,
legitimately
ladies. My
are
name's
everywhere
Jacksepticeye.
in North America.
My dad's
They're
side of the
everywhere,
family
bro.
really
Go to Boston for a while.
talks about.
DNA test them for a
Oh,
second,
what
right?
another
Or
coincidence!
DNA test like the
We
people in
are
North Carolina.
also in Boston, and we have celebrated this day by making brisket. And yeah, what a coincidence!
Right? You're gonna find a whole lot of Irish, bro, and Scottish. And if you really want to listen, look at me for example, bro. My last name is Boyd, Scottish from Kilmarnock, Scotland, bro. Do you understand? I'm a Boyd. Explain this to me. But the problem is by what they didn't realize is that like modern day times, bro, like you gave me like direct
video,
access to a bloodline that makes no sense for me to have, bro, right? You understand? It's crazy, bro. I don't know. And that's that weird anomaly. It's that weird anomalous thing that happened, bro, specifically the rape of slave overseers. Let's get it.
Seers even got raped along the way. Cause the children can't escape from the pain and they born with the poison, this hatred in their veins. Try and separate a man from his soul. You only strengthen him and lose your own. But shoot that if he walk near the throne. Remind him that this is my home.
Now
I'm
go.
gone. Welcome to the United States.
Bro.
Land of the thief, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard where the dollar is sacred and power is gone. Welcome to the United States, land of the thief.
I'd just like to say this man is really smart with his the things like Look at the face he uses for each of these. Like, bro, that's great. You don't have to put in any effort to do it. Just put yourself next to a picture of someone else, and yeah, it works. Ooh, no apologies. No apologies.
Home of the slave. The grand imperial guard where the dollar is sacred. Hold up, give me one right here. Hold up. You don't give money to the bums on the corner with a sign bleeding from their gums. Talking about you don't support a crackhead. What you think happens to the money from your taxes? The government's the addict. With $1 billion a week, kill brown people habit.
He hits hard, bro.
The government's the addict. You don't give money. You don't support a homeless person on the side of the street. Why? But you realize you're paying taxes for the sole purpose of like annihilating other populations, right? Like think about who generally like America goes to war with, right? Right?
Russia being the exception because they always want to be like, eh. But the thing is, we're only really involved because they're going after Ukraine, which is a European country, or like predominantly white country.
I generally
We don't care if we're killing like people in Vietnam or
don't see
Iran. It's only when it's going after people like
them going to
the
war
people
with
of Ukraine.
Sweden, Finland, or Norway.
Sweden, Finland,
But I
and Norway
always
are
see them
6
for some
places
reason
I want to go.
in other types of countries that generally are not of European descent. He's speaking the truth. This is like the second controversial song of like the week today, like this week, bro. Damn. But yeah, like yeah, this is. I don't see anything wrong with what he's saying. This is factual. Why does America always
he
attack?
did this 3 days ago.
You know,
on
countries
the year
where they
of
just
last.
don't like. I mean, like where Europeans generally are not. That's interesting. I find that interesting, right? Like, I mean, they don't like generally America has some partial issues with Russia, I think, right? But like, they're not really there, are they? Like that? No, you see what I'm saying? It's always
Yo, no way. I need to watch this I need to see this. The thing about this account is I have a lot of things I watch later in my main 2 accounts. So this is only going to be things for actually watching later. And Nardward with Brother Ali, bro. Nardward's a god, bro. He's the GOAT of his masterclass, bro.
America was built on like, in a sense, demonizing the other, right? And then they just pull in all this tax money from like, what is it, a quarter of your salary or something like that? That's
yes.
what they take in that.
25%
if you don't want to give money to a homeless person on the side of the street, but yet you realize you're giving money to literally kill people in.
I don't think that was the exact message of what he's saying, but I somewhat agree with what he's saying. Alright, so before you get mad, what I'm saying is that the fact that we have to pay to put money on the streets, and then we have to pay to keep them off the streets at the same time, is somewhat ridiculous in the sense that we are spending money both ways. And giving $1 to the homeless person isn't going to make you bankrupt, obviously. But what I'm saying is that that's charity. If we gave better social security, then there would be no need for charity, and no one would be in dirt poor conditions. Matter of fact, I'm making a book about the difference in social classes and stuff like that, and it is going to include a lot of ideas of the fact that we are paying against ourselves, and that we have to move forward with it.
Mass in other countries, continents, basically. I don't know, bro. This guy has a lot to say. I'm interested.
Government's the addict. With $1 billion a week, kill brown people have it. And even if you ain't on the front line, when Master yell crunch time, you right back at
Crunch time is talking about when you get drafted. Or when it's
Crunch
drafting
time is
time.
tax time. So whenever you pay your
Or
taxes.
sorry, no, that's not what I meant. I meant like on the front lines when it's crunch time, like you're going from being a taxpayer to being a soldier. I realize that probably made me sound dumb, but a lot of the things I say make me sound dumb, even though I'm trying to put out a point that actually makes sense.
You're still paying them.
even if you ain't on the front line. When Master yell crunch time, you right back at it.
Yeah, you paying for
Man, look
the
at how you hustling
bombs.
backwards. At the end of the year, add up what they subtracted.
that he is saying everything that I'm saying.
3 out of 12 months,
Hustling
your salary
backwards.
pay for that madness.
3 out of
Madness,
12 months.
sadness.
Yes, a quarter. Yeah, a quarter of your salary.
Man, that's sadness. What's left? Get a big ass plasma to see where they made Dan rather point the damn camera. Only approved questions get answered.
Hey, what was that?
Salary.
Man, that's sadness. What's left? Get a big ass plasma to see where they made Dan rather point the damn camera. Only approved questions get answered. Now stand your ass up for that national anthem. Welcome to the United States, land of the free, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred and power is God. Welcome to the United States, land of the thief, home of the slave. The Grand Imperial Guard, where the dollar is sacred and power is God.
Oh my
The
god.
beat is insane on this.
Yeah,
though.
like, let me
the
know.
message, everything.
Let me know some more of this in the comments, bro. I'm super interested in actually digging more into his catalog now.
Brother Ali has a lot of good stuff that is on my playlist. For example, I have large playlists, so let me look through this. I have to look through this, alright. So currently, I have What You Got, I have Daylight, I have Room with a View, I have Shadows on the Sun, Letter from the Government, Freedom Ain't Free, and Walking Away, blah blah blah, and Good Lord on this. Those are all Brother Ali songs. Oh yeah, and Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. And Self-Taught. Yeah, and the Uncle Sam one that we're currently... Yeah. Oh my god, there's a song we need to listen to at one point. Need to have a Google Doc for all this information. This is wild, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I think about it, he's like an S tier. We're free.
Man, this is crazy, this, bro. Man, listen. Yeah, dudes. Let me know immediately what I should be listening to from him, dudes. And I'll get to it as soon as I can. Listen. You guys have an amazing day, alright? Enjoy it.
That song puts me in a good mood. He puts me in a good mood.
You guys have an
Look at how much enjoyment he's having from this song.
amazing day, alright? Enjoy it.
He's kind of breaking character, but it's a great character that is being created from his breaking of character. Great song. I don't know how I turned it out to 35 minutes, but I guess that means I'm getting better commentary. See ya.